Inside today?
Yeah, you know what? We had 2 good days out in the heat, and then today's been the hottest of the days. I think they had the heat index in almost 100 today. Yeah. My understanding is, I guess if it hits a certain temperature, they'll close the building, the roof in Houston anyway. So, but we did, and I want to get a lot of work done. Do a lot of, kind of. Today was situational, play a scrimmage situational deal, not a live, but thudding up and. Okay. A lot of good-on-good first downs and just driving the field and, more game-like deals. Tomorrow's going to be a lot of situationals with third down, 2-point plays, red zone, goal line, wrapping up all of those final things. With the good-on-good, we're getting a bunch of work done and the game plan stuff as well within practice. But the good-on-good part's kind of all wrapping up our stuff and making sure we're getting our final reps and things cleaned up from training camp, things that we didn't look good in training camp. That we got to get cleaned up, and little adjustments we've made on different things.
How clean was the execution in some of that work today?
I thought today was a really good day. I was pleased with today. There's still some things we got to get done with different people, but I was with the overall execution of things. I was pleased, and the effort and the attitude of practice day. It's tough because sometimes you scrimmage and it's just thud. It's boy, he was down, or I would have broke that tackle, and which is what you want. But I like the approach the guys. Didn't hear a lot of that. It was, hey, just get on. What's the next situation? Let's make the play, and not worrying about the last play or worrying about the next couple plays. It was take care of what was going on that individual play.
Depth chart starting to get settled a little bit? If it was unsettled to begin with?
To me it is. I guess I know they're bad. People love depth charts, but to me it's who's playing and not playing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Who are the 30 guys going to play on offense? Who are the 30 guys going to play on defense? And that is starting to get more and more settled for me. Now, and then you'll get into how many plays somebody plays. I know who starts is a huge deal.
Yeah, but like a cornerback, you're going to have several guys playing.
It is. I'll always go back. I messed it up. I ruined it for a couple people's career. The University of Florida wants his offensive coordinator. We blocked the punt, had the ball. First play of the game, first and goal on the one. I ran goal line. 3 kids, receivers, lost their consecutive game streaks, starts that would have given them the all-time school record. Because they weren't into the first play of the game, and because we're in a goal line formation. But no, it is. It's getting settled on who's going to actually take the reps during practice.
Speaking of special teams, are you settling some of the return rules now? Is it still wide open?
Yeah, I have a good idea who's going to do it. There's some young guys I'd love to get opportunities. You feel comfortable when you got guys like Perkins and Jamion Lewis and those guys that can do it, but there's some young guys that can do it. So, it's finding when we're going to get them the opportunity. They're getting a lot of opportunities in practice. It's when they're going to get the opportunities in games. When we get that comfortable to put them in key moments.
You talked a couple of weeks ago about the tight end position, kind of getting some guys healthy, and it was kind of hard to do early to see what you had there. How is that coming? They kind of coming back okay?
Slowly, we're expecting to get them back for the game a little bit, It's still rough duty. What happens when, you look at it and you look at the depth chart and the roles and all the different things. You got one's already gone for the year, and so you go through training camp with 50% of those guys out. That's a big hit at a position. 50% of players not practicing is tough. But, I guess a guy like Malcolm Johnson, he's going to be ready to play the game. He's played a bunch of football, so I know he's going to be ready to go. Rufus is going to be a game-time decision. He's going to be ready to go by the time the game starts. So getting those 2 guys back, we'll see how it affects us in this game.
So Malcolm's been practicing this week?
No, we're still protecting him.
Oh, okay.
But, he's been running and doing all that stuff, ready to go.
How are the receivers that have been out? Are they getting them back now?
Yeah, they're running around again. Chappelle's back, he's out, full go. Fred Brown's doing stuff. He's still non-contact, but he's doing everything. Just he's not allowed to hit anybody, and no one's allowed to hit him. But he does. He scrimmaged today. They all scrimmaged today, even with the red jerseys on, because it's just, we got to get ready for a game. The guys, we expect them all to play.
Will you do something this weekend, Dan, about in the stadium? Hey, this is how we run out of the tunnel. This is how we.
We do that on Saturday. You gotta. We do first day of training camp. All the freshmen teach it. We make sure they know how to brush their teeth at night too.
Right.
But it is first. You do.
Just to culminate this week because there's no game.
Well, Saturday we do a mock game at the end of practice. Right. Where we do. Hey, everyone, It'll be right here. This will be the locker room right here. So everybody get in the locker room, and hey, it's an hour before kickoff. We'll go do the dynamic stretch, and then the quarterback center exchange, and some pat and goes, and we do the whole deal. Run out of the tunnel. If we don't run out of the tunnel with enough juice, we go back. We run out of the tunnel again. Do the dog pound rock. It gets this. It's tricky. This is one of the scary times of years for a coach. I mean, you get this massive checklist I've kept that you're always in a panic right now of what am I not doing? Game 7, you're in your routine. I mean, you're down, you got it down. But game 1 every year, it's kind of, that's where one of the times you don't sleep is, what have I missed? What have we not covered with the guys that, by game 7, you don't even, everyone's such the routine, everyone's got it down exactly. So we'll do that Saturday before Fan Day.
How many players do you plan on taking to Oklahoma State?
Boy, anywhere between 70 and 80, I would think, in there.
You talk about Tyler's kind of progression through the offseason. How has he progressed in the last month?
Doing good. The one thing Tyler does, is a hard worker, studying the film, always looking at things. There's just so much to learn. All you got to do is call one play against a weird defense, and a receiver falls down. We haven't seen that look before because the receiver doesn't fall down before. So what am I doing in that situation? It's that when you get to the 10,000 reps, you got it. And so it's just constantly working at all this stuff. But he does. The nice thing is he works on it. You know what I mean? It's, you see the things he's got. And it's always trying to take, 1 or 2 more steps forward every single day.
What's it like for him coming in? I mean, establishing himself as maybe the best passing season in Mississippi State history last year, but has to improve upon that. That's not good enough anymore.
Yeah. Well, we have a lot of things we want to improve on.
Isn't that kind of weird for if you set a mark that high, but now this season it's not good anymore. You need to come in. You have to be the best season ever.
That's what I want from Tyler. That's what we want though from all our guys. That's what we want as a program. I want to have the best season as a team, Mississippi State ever, and we want to do those things. And I know Tyler. When that's the foundation of your program. Each individual player also takes that. The position group, the offense. We want to set every school offensive record this year and every school defensive record every single year. Every team record. We want to be the best team ever. Every individual wants to play at that level and always continue to improve. I think that's one of the competitive drives that guys have, and that's the type of program we want to have, that competitiveness that want to become the best they can be.
Coach, can you talk about Fan Day a little bit more? You talk about the
Fan Day.
Yeah,
Fan Day 1 to 3, baby. Fan Day 1 to 3. Whole team's there for pictures and autographs, and I know they have posters. Unfortunately, I know with all the stuff going on NCAA wise, what we're going to do is we're going to hand out posters for everybody to come in, and we're going to only allow all the players and coaches are only going to sign the official university posters that get handed out that day. We're not going to, and no one's going to be able to bring in any other paraphernalia. Just with kind of the nature of the world we're in, which is in some ways a shame that that stuff goes on. But I guess there's people take advantage of the rule. I'm not talking to players. I'm talking people outside that are looking to sell it. I guess it's tough. I spot those guys. I've been doing this a long time. You know what I mean? The guy that is sitting there and hey, he's looking, he sees you walk up. He's got 50 pictures there. He's like, Mullen folder. Here, sign these for me. But a part of that stuff just to protect our guys and protect everybody. That's what we have to do.
Thanks, guys.
Anxious to get back on the field, especially the way last year ended for you.
Oh yeah, definitely. You got to put last year in the past, and this is a new season, and we've been working really hard. So we're just excited to get back out there.
What's your expectation for yourself, just to take your level of play even higher than it was last year?
Just don't do the same mistakes I did last year. You always can improve from the year before. So I just got to take those things and just play football.
What
What's
have
it
you
like
seen
coming
much
in?
from Oklahoma State? You watch much from Oklahoma State's defense?
Just a little bit. They got a good defense, and they got a great offense and stuff like that. So it's going to be a good game. We just got to do what we can do and do what we do best.
Entering this year, you arguably have the best season of all time as a quarterback last year. How do you build upon that? What is going through your mind? The expectations are to have the best season of all time.
Well, last year I think was my first year to be a starter. So for me, it was just kind of getting that confidence, kind of proving myself and showing my teammates that I can play. I can be a quarterback in the SEC and stuff like that. So for me this year, it's just easier. I got a lot of younger guys, so they're looking up to me to help them out and stuff like that. So I actually could just sit back and play.
The scrimmage today, I know I did a little bit of scrimmage type work, and it wasn't maybe full tackle, but how crisp were things offensively today?
Actually, we did very well on offense today. There was some things we need to work on, but I was impressed with our offense as a whole.
What in particular kind of stood out to you?
Just everybody been on the same page. Defense brought a lot of different looks and different blitzes and stuff like that, and my offensive line, running backs, receivers, everybody was on the same page.
Perkins said yesterday, and he's done this as many years as you have, said this is the best preseason seen as far as execution, understanding, crispness of practice. Is that what you've seen?
I think so. I think you got a lot of guys right now that are young, so they look up to the older guys. So if the older guys go hard and do some little things right, they're going to do the same thing. So when you have more of the team that's younger, and you got a few older guys up there who's been doing it, it's kind of like a domino effect. Everybody to do the same thing. So that's real big for us, and I preach to the seniors all the time about that.
Are you finally able to look at maybe those last 2 games of last year as maybe the best thing that happened to you from a learning experience, and not the worst thing that ever happened to you from a performance standpoint?
Yeah,
how are you able to kind of look at that with a different set of eyes now?
Yeah, definitely. I looked at that all summer, spring training and stuff like that. It motivated me to get better, motivated me, to push through it and know that, I can make those plays when the plays, are there to be made, but I can't force anything. I'm not a superhero or anything like that, so I just got to go out there and rely on the other guys to, help me make plays and stuff like that. So, right now, I feel good about the season. I feel good about where our team is at right now, so we're just ready to go out there and play.
How has the new guys like Jeremy Chappelle, Fred Ross, or Ronnie Wilson, how have they impressed you?
Just for me, I tell those guys, if you don't know what's going on when we walk to the line of scrimmage, ask me. We got all kinds of signals. I can tell you what to do, but just don't go out there and not know what to do. And they've done a great job with that. Everybody on especially new guys, young guys, receivers and stuff like that. They've done a great job as far as catching the ball and being at the right place at the right time.
Just like sheer, and it just happened. That was the first time I ever tried it, and it just happened to get it.
First time. Have people come up to you in class and talk to you about it?
Yeah, a few people just came up to me. I was like, I didn't know. I thought it kind of got out there, but I didn't think that many people saw it. But hey, that's pretty cool.
I thought it was a nice touch when you kind of got into your blocking stance and shuffled off the screen.
Hey, it all worked out. It was perfect. It was a perfect thing.
How did you, or when did you know that it was a strike? Because you said you kind of went off from your stance.
Well,
and you weren't looking.
I'm gonna be honest. Like right when I did, I was like, the last thing I was thinking was a strike. So I was just kind of like thinking. Then I heard people kind of going, "Oh," and I was like, "What?" And then I kind of looked around. I was like, "No way!" And then I saw it, and I was like, "There was one pin kind of wobbling, and it finally fell over." And I was like, "That's what's up."
Nice. Anyway, talk about the scrimmage today. I know y'all did a little work, and Tyler said it was pretty clean, and Dan kind of liked what he saw. What did you see?
Yeah, everybody's just coming along a lot better now. There's a lot more chemistry, whether it's in offensive side of the ball or defensive side of the ball, and you can just tell, blocking the defensive guys, just talking to line wise, and everyone's getting better. So it was a real good scrimmage,
Yeah, you see determination from Tyler to kind of put those last couple of games behind him, get on the field, and have a good opener.
Oh yeah, we've had team meetings where he's kind of, he's apologized for it, but it happens. It happens to anyone, and we all believe in him. He can do it. He can do anything. So no one's doubting him, and he has the full control of the offense. So.
What's the reaction like in there when he kind of takes responsibility for himself in a kind of a team sport?
It's awesome. Everyone looks up to him, and and everything you do in life, it's not going to go your way. And Tyler is definitely a big role model to me. I always look up to him in a lot of things. So it's awesome just to see someone do that.
We talked a little bit about SEC Media Days about how everyone's pumped for the Oklahoma State game, and rightfully so. But maybe last year, towards the end, you kind of lost that momentum in
Sorry.
that momentum in that drive. He said he's never going to let that happen again. Is that kind of an attitude the entire team took and kind of went forward with?
Oh, for sure. I don't want to talk for the defense, but on the offensive side of the ball, I definitely believe so. We've all just, turned the leaf over on that note and just, trying to be the best we can. And, that's in the past, so for sure.
I saw the Oklahoma State defensive coordinator said he didn't really have a name to call his defense. Said he can't really label it, but how would you describe what they do defensively?
You know, they do some different stuff more than what we see, you know, the teams we face. But, I mean, we're studying film on it, and we'll have, you know, stuff to counteract it. So, I mean,
Well, they seem to do well.
you know, they're a real explosive defense, and they're fast moving to the ball. I mean, they're just what I see the most is they're just real quick, you know. So, you know, and they'll hit you too. So.
Okay.